episode of PCHtv.
Varsity Colts football season has come to an end, but fans and athletes alike are looking forward to winter sports.
Please, the only thing fans are getting pumped up for is the mascot. He's always running around, jumping, getting people pumped up and whatnot.
Very true. Let's go inside the Colt, see how he gets the job done.
For years and years, mascots around the world have been pumping up crowds at all types of sporting events. Today, we go inside the Colt. I first asked the Colt how he got his position.
Originally, I had talked to Mrs. Stepanek about how I would actually get this position. She suggested that I talk to Mr. Theobald, and when I asked him about it, he was curious as to why I wanted to do it. And, yeah, that's about it, I guess. It's pretty fun. One thing that's especially fun sometimes is when you're just walking around and you see somebody who you happen to know, and they look at you and they start questioning whether or not it is you, and they just kind of run around. They're like, are you that one person or are you this person?
I then had the Colt describe his process before, during, and after the games.
Before, I'm just kind of, I would say I'm pretty excited, thinking like getting ready, and then during, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird sometimes. I'd say, like, I used to go behind the stadium a lot. I don't like doing that much anymore because people try to mess with you, especially middle schoolers. Like, they always try to rip off the helmet and stuff. Although I'd say a lot of times it's really fun during the game. And then after the game is really difficult because there's always people everywhere, and I'm always trying to, like, get out without anyone seeing where I'm going.
Senior class president Josh Manis explained to us how they decided on the costume for this year's Colt.
So in our Student Council Independent Study class, we took some time to go through websites that sell mascot costumes, and we picked the one that we thought would be the best fitting for the school.
Like, I guess seeing the people that you see when you're wearing the suit and how they react to you when you're in the suit and when you're not in the suit.
New Colt gets me pumped up at sporting events for sure.
He or she is always very energized and gets the crowd fired up a lot.
It gets me going.
The Colt talked about how people want to know who he is.
I like to think of it as like the band. Nobody ever wants to know who you are sometimes until you put on the mask, in which case everybody wants to know who you are, but when you're just walking around, everybody's just kind of like, oh, I have places to be.
I followed up by asking the Colt if he would ever reveal himself.
Maybe one day, but not right now.
I'm gonna get him. One of these days, if he comes back here, he's gonna get it.
Inspirational stuff.
You're right. The way he whinnied, just give that man an Oscar.
That horse.
You're right. Spielberg would have been proud of that breathtaking performance.
Hey, you got games on your phone?
I sure do. I'm psyched about that new game Senior Ryan Lander created.
Yeah. I hear he's the next Jobs.
Steve Jobs?
That's the one.
Oh.
Anyway, let's find more about that game. Senior Ryan Lander has created his very own video game, grabbing the attention of gamers everywhere. Central's newest game developer says the inspiration came from putting on a plain old t-shirt.
When I was like putting on my shirt one day, I'm like, all right, so I have to think of a game that you can, and it has to include a shirt. That's a limitation it has. And then I thought of a game where every 5 kills or so you get with your guy, it changes colors, and you can after that you can only kill the monsters of your same color.
The game's title is kind of debatable. It's kind of like the GIF or GIF thing. Some people call it RIP, some people call it RIP. It's kind of, it's up to interpretation.
Lander says the new Spark program has set him up for success.
The inspiration came from a program that I'm in. It's called Parkway Spark. You might have heard of it. And we're giving projects, and this project was to create a video game. Very, very simple.
The Parkway Spark program, it's designed to help students, obtain their goals within technology. Do you see this interest of yours extending throughout your life?
I've always been interested in computers, and as it advances, as computers advance, I can see myself just staying with it because it's my passion and I like it.
How have people been responding to the game?
Most of the people I've shown liked it. Some people are not the best.
Senior Dean Randolph currently holds the high score for the game, and he relishes the fact that his accomplishments trump the creator.
Yeah, so it's like he knows the in and outs of it. He knows how the enemy is supposed to attack you, but he can't beat the game in a sense.
Randolph says the game is thoroughly entertaining, and knowing the maker was a bonus.
It's fun. I've played better, but it's cool that I know the creator, and I beat his score, and he created it, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Would you say that Ryan Lander is the next Jobs?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you this.
Okay.
Just between you and me, do you have any ideas in the future? Any plans, for some more games?
I might be a one-hit wonder. I might, go all the way to the top. We don't know, though. We'll have to see.
Is this part of your legacy?
You'll see my legacy when I peak. I haven't even begun to peak yet. You'll notice when I peak.
If you'd like to quench your own thirst for adventure, go to Google and type in RIP Skura Upload. Click on the first result, and buckle up. You're in for the ride of your life. For PCHtv, I'm Thomas Reckenberg.
Remember that time you broke your collarbone?
Gee, Willie, I sure do.
You know what was probably worse than that? I heard that apparently at the homecoming games, the rope for tug-of-war broke.
The homecoming games? That was a month ago.
I know. I missed it, though. I had some Alfredo, and I broke my leg.
Well, we got you covered here at PCHtv.
Homecoming games are an event where each grade has an opportunity to prove they are the best. They take place on the Wednesday before the dance and consist of friendly competitions of kickball and tug-of-war. Each grade plays each other in the game, and a winner is crowned at the conclusion of the night. Homecoming games are a great way to be involved with the school in homecoming week. Homecoming games, as it is every year, is an opportunity for all grades to try and beat the rest of the school in an evening of competitive activities.
It's fun to compete with other grade levels and try and beat the seniors and try and beat the underclassmen too.
For the seniors, it was one final opportunity to participate in homecoming week.
I participated in homecoming games because it was senior year and I hadn't done it before, so I thought it was going to be a fun experience to try with friends and see everyone there and have a good time.
Kickball was favored over tug-of-war because it gave an easier chance to defeat the upperclassmen opponents.
We did better at it. We lost all of our tug-of-war games, and back in kindergarten, I was a kickball god.
Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors have one thing in mind: beat the seniors. And throughout the battles, tensions rise high, increasing school spirit.
Homecoming games do boost school spirit because you kind of get to hang out with all the upperclassmen. You kind of almost fight with them sort of, so it creates some tension between the grades, which is kind of fun.
Homecoming week and homecoming games are a great way to be involved with school and prepare for an awesome dance with your friends.
I do think homecoming games help boost school spirit. It's kind of just building up to the homecoming game and then the dance itself.
From PCHtv, I'm Brandon Nathanson.
That's all for this episode of PCHtv.
Sorry for the smell. We'll shower next time.
Fortune Cookie once told me, I'm Thomas Reckenberg.
I ate a cookie once, and then I realized I was Jeff Dicker.
That's a wrap.
You mean a rip?